Panther people, what up? 3 things the Panthers need to do to start 1-0. What's going on? You watch Panthers supposed to Phil Perkins. Thanks for joining us, guys. I got stung by a wasp 2 days ago, and I still think the venom is coursing through my veins. I am absolutely wild. Just take you behind the scenes real quick. I recorded an episode, fully recorded the episode, no audio. And I am so jacked up from this venom, a little bit of coffee, and just the fact that it is week 1. It is a brand new season. We got a brand new head coach, a brand new outlook on coaching a quarterback, and I cannot wait. The Panthers, they're going to the home of the Super Bowl. Are they going to the Super Bowl? No, but they're going to be taking on the New Orleans Saints, a divisional matchup, week 1, 1 o'clock Eastern on Sunday. What better way to start the year than to beat a divisional opponent and already get a heads up on everybody else? So here are 3 things the Panthers need to do to start 1-0. Number 1, and you could just plaster this and cement this, nail it to your forehead. This is the number 1 thing you got to do every single game for the rest of the year, for the next 5 years if we're lucky, and that is protect Bryce Young. And the word protect, is an umbrella term. It means multiple things. Number 1, on the offensive line, they've done that. They've invested in Robert Hunt. They invested in Damian Lewis. Hopefully they're both healthy. Chuba Hubbard looks like he's gained some weight. I think he could be a great chip blocker out there. You got physical tight ends. You got Jordan Matthews, who wants to prove himself in this league. You got Xavier Legette, who is an absolute monster of a man. He looks like He-Man. And you got Deontay Johnson, who's got a chip on his shoulder. Adam Thielen, I could see him being a little squirrely out there, just, throwing an elbow into somebody's face. That's how you protect Bryce. If you're new here, I'm going to say it a lot because Luke Kuechly said it, and I love that man. He said the shortest distance to the quarterback is right up the middle. Sure, left tackles, they get a lot of money, but right up the middle, that's where you get them. And the New Orleans Saints, when they had Drew Brees, who was a shorter quarterback, and they won a Super Bowl, they built right through the middle. That's what you got to do. You got to keep their vision clear. You got to give them time because, again, the shortest distance, that shortest amount of time for a defensive tackle to come in and nail your guy in a crucial moment. So you got to protect them up the middle so they can throw to the middle of the field, give themselves some time, and then you got let your edge guys do their thing. And that's number 1 way to try to protect Bryce. Number 2, you scheme guys open. Last year, Adam Thielen was the only guy who was getting open. DJ Chark couldn't do it. So now you got Deontay Johnson, arguably one of the best separators in the NFL. You got Xavier Legette, who haven't really seen him do much with Bryce on the field against true competition. Is he going to bully some of these, the defensive secondary players? Tyrann Mathieu, 32 years old right now. This is the strength of the New Orleans Saints, and that is their defensive secondary. They're going to give our guys a tough time. Kool-Aid McKinstry, the rookie out of Alabama, he's going to be back there. He knows Bryce's game. You got to scheme this new influx of talent, if you want to call it that. We say talent, the national media not giving us any flowers right there, but you got an improved skill position players right there when it comes to talent. You got Deontay Johnson, as I mentioned. You got Xavier Legette, picked in the last pick of the first round. Adam Thielen, who can still get open. And you got Jadavion Sanders, who I think is going to be a mismatch nightmare. I think he is absolutely cocky. Don't rock number 0 and play like an absolute scrub because I don't know about how healthy Tommy Tremble and Ian Thomas are right now. So that's the other way to protect Bryce, and that is scheme guys open. Dave Canales told David Newton out of ESPN, I don't know why we hate David Newton so much. He's an old man. Be nice to him. He's kind of like that old grandfather during Thanksgiving dinner who just says like random stuff like, hey, what's with that TikTok with you guys? Why are men wearing short shorts all over again? Well, I thought we left that in the 50s. Just leave him alone, all right? Okay? But he wrote an article saying that Dave Canales says that they're talking to Bryce. They're asking Bryce, what do you like in the offense? What do you like to do? What did you like to do in Alabama? Let's do that. It reminds me when Cam Newton came to the league. Ron Jasinski was his dude. And they just asked him, let's not get cute. What do you do in college? At Auburn, won a national championship, won the Heisman. Let's do that. I'm going to mention this podcast a lot because I didn't play in the NFL, didn't work in the NFL, but Move the Sticks podcast, Bucky Brooks, Daniel Jeremiah, they say this about Dave Canales. They say there is no warming up period right now. As Bryce Young said, it's been, I think, almost 3 weeks to a month now that their playbook has been implemented. And they say, if you're Dave Canales, you empty the clip. You got to inject something into this fan base, into the city, into the fan bases that are not in the Carolinas, like right here. Just empty the clip. There are no secrets. That's what Bucky Brooks was saying. There's no secrets in this playbook. Maybe you were doing that during the preseason, but during the regular season, away game, divisional foe, home of the Super Bowl, just empty the clip offensively. Do whatever you can to if it's flea flickers, if it's quarterbacks tossing it to Xavier Legette, who then throws it to Bryce Young, on a deep route for a touchdown. Do it. Do everything. You want to do the Wildcat for a couple series? Do it. How good people will feel about this team. We see how happy Bryce gets when they won, when they beat the Houston Texans. Like, I want to see more of that Bryce. Number 2, run the dang ball. It protects Bryce as well. So this is kind of like 1A, 1B, but running the ball with Chuba Hubbard, who, again, man's looking for a new contract eventually. He has picked up some weight. Again, the guy was cleaning like 300-400 pounds. He's ready to go. I said during the Bills preseason finale recap that he looks like he's running with purpose. He's more decisive when he sees the holes. He's going to be even more decisive because you got these monster offensive guards in Austin Corbett, and you got Ike Ekwonu, who that man is also fighting for his job security right now because he's coming to a lot of heat. Mind you, scheme non-fit last year with Frank Reich and whatever they were doing last year. Well, what did we know about Ike Ekwonu during the draft process? He's a road grader. He's a bully. He pushes guys. He punishes guys. He drives them into the ground. He pancakes dudes. Just keep doing that. Build on your strength. The same way that Dave Canal says they're building on Bryce Young's strength, you build on the rest of your guys' strength as well. That's what Ike is good at. Have him do that. Have him open massive gaping holes with Chuba Hubbard, Miles Sanders, eventually Jonathan Brooks and Raheem Blackshear. Run the dang ball. How many times have we seen the defense, which is the strength of this team, just get broken late in the fourth quarter because they continuously have to go back on the field because the offense can't get something going? The best way to get something going, run the ball, play action, run pass run, just confuse the defense a little bit, and then get those blue-collar easy yards. 3 yards here, 5 yards there. Now you got 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 8, and then you just, have Xavier Liga just go through the middle. The man can handle it. I know he can. And then the defense, they get another breather. They get a little bit more Gatorade. They get a little bit extra long stretch, a little bit more IV, something. Because how many times have we seen this defense? Again, the strength of this team. Hold the game together. Make it tight until like 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And then Alvin Kamara just breaks our back with a 40-yard dash. Just run the ball, control the clock, control the game, and give the defense a break. Some of the better players on this Saints team, they're getting old. I'm not talking just football. They're like old. They're dad old. Middle linebacker, Demario Davis, 35 years old. Cameron Jordan, already doing broadcasting, 35 years old. Tyrann Mathieu, still good. 32 years old, though. 32-year-old safety. Just pound him in the face. I think Ike Ekwonu should be able to handle Cam Jordan. I hope. But just pound right in the middle. Just destroy them right in their face. Number 3 for the Panthers to start 1-0. Make Derek Carr's life a living hell. All right? So, much like the Panthers, who lost Cam Newton, a massive figure in this franchise's history, we've still been trying to find the replacement for Cam Newton. And obviously, it wasn't Sam Darnold, wasn't PJ Walker, wasn't Teddy Bridgewater, wasn't Baker Mayfield. Is it Bryce Young? Could be. They're dealing with the same thing. But they got to do it twice. They lost Sean Payton, who won the Super Bowl, and Drew Brees, again, won them the Super Bowl. They have not been the same team since. Dennis Allen, he's no Sean Payton right now. Derek Carr, right now, he's not Drew Brees. Andy Dalton wasn't Drew Brees. Jameis Winston, not Drew Brees. Taysom Hill, everyone thinks he's Drew Brees, but he's just annoying. And so they're having a tough time as well. They're trying to rebrand themselves. They haven't been the same team. Remember when you used to go to New Orleans and you play the New Orleans Saints? They were one of the blue chip, cream of the crop franchise in the NFL. That's not the case right now. It's just not the case. So there's a lot of pressure on Derek Carr, a lot of pressure on Dennis Allen to make something happen. They fired their offensive coordinator. They got Clint Kubiak coming in from the 49ers trying to, sprinkle some Shanahan sugar on that offense. Didn't really add anything. They still got Chris Olave. They still got Shireen, whatever the fudge. But they didn't add anybody. Then they lost Michael Thomas, who, let's be real, man's been hurt for a couple of seasons now. They didn't add anybody. Still got Alvin Kamara, who is still one of the better running backs in the league, even though he might not have that bendiness he had in his rookie year. Just absolutely blew up the NFL. So they're hoping, kind of the same way they're hoping for Bryce, a new playbook, a new scheme fit will help elevate their performance on the field. But the difference is, compared to the Carolina Panthers, they didn't really build the offensive line too much. They tried to. They got the Fuaga guy, who is their rookie left tackle, and they got Trevor Penning, who apparently everybody hates, and he's doing an absolutely awful job right now in the offseason. You got Jadeveon Clowney, who should give the rookie, a couple lessons in this game. Just take advantage of that guy, target him as much as you can. On the right side, you got DJ Johnson, who, hey, he's still on the team, meaning they believe in him. They let Jadeveon or Le'Veon Cason go, and so they must believe in DJ Johnson, at least until DJ Wonham is available when he's off the injury list. But you got to make Derek Carr's life a living hell. Since that man broke his leg or his ankle in that playoff game, I don't think he's been the same. He's kind of like Sam Darnold. He just sees ghosts. You got to buzz the tower. I'm not saying target, but let them feel uncomfortable. How I think this goes. I think just because with the Carolina Panthers, I think Bryce Young throws a pick early. Early adversity. However, he'll then find Adam Thielen in the end zone. Maybe Deontay Johnson, and maybe a Raheem Blackshear or Chuba Hubbard touchdown. It'd be awesome with this new kickoff format. Maybe Xavier Legette returns one to the house. I think that'd be pretty awesome. I think it's going to be still a tight game because it's in the division. It's week one. Everyone's still kind of rusty, figuring things out. This is the longest amount of time of the game of football these guys are going to be playing. So I think it'll be a tight game still, but I think the Panthers win 1-0, go home 1-0, take on the Los Angeles Chargers. You're going to have my recap after the game. I work until 1, so I'll be watching the game and then put my kid to bed. Or if my wife lets me talk for about 20 minutes, I'll get you the recap with this nice natural daylight. See you guys soon. Give me your predictions on the scores in the comments below.